I was in a good mood that afternoon. The weather was nice. My bag was light. I had finished everything I needed to do. All I had to do was take one bus and go home. The bus stop was crowded, but not too crowded. A few people were checking their phones. One man was drinking coffee. A student had giant headphones on. Everyone looked like they knew exactly where they were going. That made one of us. Then my bus arrived. At least, I thought it was my bus. The number looked right. Or maybe similar. Or maybe I just believed what I wanted to believe. Either way, I got on. The driver said hello. I smiled, tapped my card, and sat down near the middle. Smooth. Efficient. Responsible. I felt like a public transit expert. For the first few minutes, everything seemed normal. The bus moved. People got on. People got off. The city looked familiar enough. Not exactly familiar, but close enough to keep me calm. Then I looked outside again and saw a street I had never seen before. Not once. Not ever. That was strange. I leaned forward a little, as if a better posture would improve the situation. I checked my phone. Then checked the map. Then checked the bus number on the screen above the driver. It was not my bus. Not even close. It had one number different. Just one small number. A powerful number. I sat very still for a moment. Because sometimes when something goes wrong, your body believes staying quiet might fix it. It does not. But the hope is there. I told myself not to panic. I would just get off at the next stop. Simple. Normal. No one needed to know that I had climbed onto the wrong bus with full confidence. So when the bus stopped, I stood up quickly and walked to the front. The driver looked at me. I smiled politely and said, "Thank you." Then I stepped off like a person with a clear plan. The doors closed behind me. The bus pulled away. And I turned around to examine my surroundings. A laundromat. A small bakery. A shoe repair shop. A very confused version of me. I had no idea where I was. I checked the map again. The next correct bus was on the other side of the street. So I waited there trying to look relaxed, as if this had all been part of a larger strategy. It was not. A few minutes later, another bus arrived. This one was correct. Actually correct. I got on carefully, looked at the number twice, then looked again just to respect the lesson. The driver said hello. And for some reason, maybe stress, maybe habit, maybe my brain was still offline, I smiled at the driver and said, "Thank you." Not hello. Not a good afternoon. Thank you. Before the ride even started. The driver blinked once and said, "You're welcome?" That question mark was completely fair. I nodded like this was normal behavior and went to sit down before I could make it worse. This time, I watched every stop. Every sign. Every turn. I was no longer a relaxed passenger. I was a transit detective working a personal case. And finally, I made it home. That day, I learned something important. First, one wrong number can change everything. And second, when you take the wrong bus, you may end up thanking the driver twice.